Morocco against France coming up tomorrow. Latest news out of the French camp is not good. It sounds like there's a bit of an illness going around between the French players. Upamecano and Rabiot have missed practice. Both are ill, not knowing whether or not they're going to be able to play a part in the game tomorrow. Maybe it's a bit of gamesmanship. Maybe it's a bit of trying to confuse the opposition here as to how they're going to actually approach this game. Mike, I'm going to start with you. This is a big game, obviously, for Morocco. We recognize it going up against France. There is those political debates going on with a lot of the Moroccans living in France. But this is going to be a very tough game for France, full stop, because Morocco are tough to score goals against. They have a lot of fans in attendance in this game, and Morocco are playing some pretty good football, man.
This is a Morocco team that's daring to believe, and they have a manager in Walid Regragui, first African coach to take a team not just to the unthinkable of the semifinals, but the first ever African coach to take an African country. That is a dynamic that's shifting in the continent of Africa. And when you know how to speak to your players, when you come from the culture your players and your country comes from, you can take the marker, the standard, that one step further. And to see Regragui coming out and saying, hey, why can't we just go and let's just go and win this thing? That is a dangerous thing if you're France, because you are banking on a Morocco team that is maybe going to rest on their laurels, maybe feel good about what they've done, believe some of the newspaper clippings. They will be buoyed by the fact that Tunisia, another North African country with ties to France, have already gone and beaten the France team. No, was it their A team? No, it wasn't. But still, they will have confidence, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They will look to defend and hit on the counter. They are going to try and frustrate this France team. All they want, all they need is one opportunity, one half chance, and they will punish you. They are that potent at this World Cup.
Ian, just before I jump, it's just to go back to what Lucho said there. Like, I love watching the game of football. I love watching players and just enjoying it. When I look at this Morocco team, I truly enjoy watching them. And just to add to what Michael said there, I don't believe at all, with what they've achieved so far and the displays they've put on the football pitch, that they would ever look at themselves as underdogs against this French team. I think that they're going to be very, very confident that they can get the job done. Maybe there's a bit of gamesmanship from France right now, because again, the performance against England wasn't great. For the first time, we've seen how shaky and uncomfortable the French defense can look. And this Morocco defense, they defend with their lives, but when they attack with such freedom, such belief. And I believe there's going to be so much belief within these players and their faith that they have, that's going to be something very big and powerful. It's going to be a great game. And I honestly just can't wait to see it and enjoy the game of football.
Yep. Yeah, fantastic battles on the field, Nigel. Looking forward to see that Hakimi against Mbappe. What is going to happen with Dembele on the right side? But I think the only concern for Morocco right now is that French has got a center forward, a proper center forward that is going to worry a lot the two center backs. I was checking the play against Spain, no center forward; against Portugal, no center forward; against Canada, no center forward; and against Belgium, that they won 2-0. And it was Batshuayi that, it was. We can call it center forward, but it wasn't involved much on the game, to be honest. No, I mean,
shots fired by Lucho.
Grab it for once. But to be honest, they have a proper center forward. Center forward is in the box that can hold the ball. That if there is no space, you put the ball on the top. He can hold it. He can allow Griezmann to arrive, Tchouaméni, Rabiot to arrive, and then they can make trouble. The players on the right side, they on the right and the left side, they know that if they put crosses, he's gonna arrive, and that's a big worry, because if you try to pass them on passes, there's no chance. There is no space. They close up very, very well. They are very tight. They are very disciplined, so they never lose the composure. So at the end, I think that having a player like Giroud up front is going to be a trouble for them, because they are going to need to have every single time an eye on him, on crosses, on balls in between the lines. And, well, you always have other players. Of course, Griezmann, I think, has been a key player for France on the build-up and arriving in the last third. But, again, having Giroud, I think it can make a massive difference for these France sides against Morocco.
Yeah, I think 2 points of concern from the France side that I think Morocco can take advantage of is down the spine. Upamecano, I said it before, you were right. There is something wrong at Bayern, and it's Upamecano. There is something wrong with this French national team, and it's Upamecano. Harry Kane is giving El Nesri a recipe for success. Go at this guy. He is going to lunge in, and El Nesri, he can run in. We see him in Syria, La Liga with Sevilla. He's not just a center forward who can just jump and athletically gifted can get in the air. He makes intelligent runs. He's already scored a goal by making an intelligent run in behind. I believe it was against Canada. This is a striker who is playing with a ton of confidence. That is one 1v1 matchup to watch for Morocco in the midfield. Who is going to come in for France? Fofana is. I look at a player like Onahi. This guy was my man of the match last game, can cover every blade of grass. For Fofana, he is going to be thinking a lot about his performance against Tunisia because he did not have a good game. He was at fault for the goal that Tunisia scored the winner on. If I'm Onahi, I would go right at him as well. Those two players for France, if they have good performances, the French will win the game. If Morocco can win that 1v1 battle with those two matchups, Morocco will win the game.
Min Chi coming in the comments saying, I haven't been following Morocco team, so I can't really say, but I think that France will probably win tomorrow, though it may be a bit too much. 2-1, they reckon. We also have some more predictions coming in for this game. Nemia Fawale saying that Morocco will win this game. James Short is predicting 0-0 goes to PKs and France will fall. Matt Osman, France 2, Morocco 0. Little teary eye right there. Probably a little bit upset like you, Nigel, that Morocco might get knocked out of this competition. Then we've got Luis. Obviously, there's a little comment coming in here saying that you said that Jonathan David sucks. I don't think you said that. I think you're a fan of Jonathan David, but, you know, not many strikers cause problems to this Morocco defense, and that was a great point right there. So maybe you want to take that comment back. Neither will the Morocco backline comes in from Ivan Orabi. If Morocco pulls it off, then Argentina is going to win it. If Guardiol can't hold Messi down, then who can? Nigel?
I don't get it here. Like, why do people say things like that? That if Morocco pulls it off, then all of a sudden we're just going to gift it to Argentina. It's a different game, people. Why do people not just have this understanding, respect the game of football? Every game is different. Every game's not the same. It's not a given that Argentina are going to win this World Cup.
It is the beauty of our lives, Nigel, that there is freedom of speech for a majority of people in our world.
Not everyone deserves to speak. I don't give a damn. Everyone deserves to speak. Unless you're saying something intelligent that's making me think logically and think from a different perspective that I can understand, yes. But if you're just going to say stupidness, just go somewhere else.
Wait, we got another bold comment coming in. Will you call that? No, I'm only joking. We don't have another bold comment coming in. Luis, we haven't heard from you on your prediction of the score on the Morocco-France game. What do you think will happen in this game? Give me a score prediction, please.
I'm going to go for a 2-0 for France. That's the way I see. I think that Morocco has been doing an amazing job. They are doing an extra effort mentally, but I think they are a little bit drained. Probably the power is going to last for 60 minutes, but I still think the France got just too much quality on the field and on the bench waiting, and that's very difficult. And again, I know that Morocco is doing great, and I enjoy watching them, what they are doing, but too much quality on the French side, and there is a lot on the stakes, and I expect them to go to the final. It will be a beautiful final.
ML, what you got, man? Just remind us all, please.
Man, I think I have 2-0 on my actual prediction sheet in the group chat. As much as I am all for this Moroccan team, as much as I believe in them, injuries, the wear and tear on the body, potential injuries for Morocco, that is a big question mark because the amount of games, the way they've played this World Cup, big question mark for me of how do they show up. I think this is a France team that will be ready to go, but I do think upamecano will give about 6 errors in this game as he does for Bayern. So something definitely wrong with upamecano.
Nigel, did you see that? That was a football friend comment right there from Loud. He's like, 2-0, you said 2-0? I'll go 2-0, friend. Football friend. Nigel, just can you please remind us all what your prediction was for this game, please, just so we can all get a little bit excited.
Unlike Michael, I actually have a bit more faith and belief. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from France and any French fans, but I'm just saying there's something about this Morocco side. I feel they can achieve greatness. I honestly just do, because we can't say they got here by luck. They've beaten Portugal. They've beaten Spain. They've got the capability to beat them. Yes, France have Mbappe, Giroud, Griezmann, and Dembele. That's going to be problems for them. But there's just something there that I just feel Morocco are going to get the job done. I have gone for a tight game, but I've just gone for 2-1 with Morocco. I'm probably going with my heart more so than anything else, but I believe it can happen.